there. We are taking a short hiatus from the Hot Accounts with High Rock to do some coffee talk with High Rock.
All the coffee, all the time.
Given that it is year-end...
well, it's after year-end.
It's after year-end.
But for accountants, it's year-end. Don't confuse the people.
After year-end, we have some questions that we were going to ask each other to help our clients get prepared for year-end.
Yeah.
Liz?
So some frequently asked questions that we get. First, people ask all the time, what do you look at on our books at year-end? Or if I'm a company that doesn't have an accountant, what should I look at year-end?
Right. So hopefully all year you've been doing your bank reconciliations. We really hope you have. If not, year-end's a great time to start doing some bank reconciliations.
Woo, bank recs!
Woohoo! The other things we will look at is your revenue numbers. You're going to want to make sure your revenue numbers are correct because you're going to pay money.
Also, that's what the IRS looks at.
Yes.
As long as your revenue is right, you're good to go. But
Yeah.
Don't underreport revenue.
Don't do it. The other things that we look at year-end, usually we do a really nice review of your balance sheet. Your prepaid expenses, are those all still sitting there? Do you have any deferred revenue that you need to reconcile?
What is deferred revenue, Melissa?
Deferred revenue is when a client pays you or a customer pays you for your services, but you have not yet performed those services. So you have a liability to them to perform whatever you agree to perform.
We need more clients that prepay.
We love prepayments.
Yeah. If you want to prepay us, that's great. We'll take your money.
But year-end really is a great time to take a close look at your balance sheet. There's a lot of accounts on your balance sheet that will get overlooked during the year. Go ahead and dig into them now and make sure that any of your, like we said, bank recs are done, credit card reconciliations are done, make sure your cash looks right, make sure your revenue looks right.
Yeah. Also, payroll liabilities, those things tend to just sit on balance sheets for years. Take a look at those at the end of the year and say, do I actually owe this to the state or the federal government or to my employees? Or is this just a BS number that's been sitting on my balance sheet for 10 years and I should just get rid of it?
So Liz, now that we have the balance sheet and the year-end closeout handled, what tax deadline should people be concerned with?
Yeah, so first, 1099s and W-2s should be filed by January 31st. If you are, not done with them, there is an extension form that you can find. It's not common to use it, but you can do it. They did accelerate the 1099 deadline, so it used to be if you e-filed, it would be due on March 1st, but now it's January 31st too, so yay for that. No.
That one's coming up quick, by the way.
Yeah, like next week. And then there's also, the regular income tax deadline. So corporations and individuals are April 15th. And then we have all of the pass-through entities. So S-corps, LLCs, partnerships, all of those are due on March 15th. So
that's a really big date to remember. If you are not a corporation or an individual, March 15th is your filing deadline.
And S-corp. So you can be a corporation that elected S status, and those are due March 15th as well. So basically, just try and get your stuff done by March 15th. And if not, you can always extend 6 months or 5 months in the case of some of them. But, there's always extensions available.
One of the other questions we get a lot at this time of year is, should I be doing a system conversion at the beginning of the year? Or what is the right time to do a system conversion?
Yeah, so we love doing system conversions at the beginning of the year. It does make it a little easier, and then you have all your data in there and you can use it for the whole year, but it's not necessary. Honestly, the conversions we do mid-year, end of year work just as well. But there is always a big influx of client work right now for conversions, which is fun. But
we like conversions. Come bring your conversions to us.
Yeah.
And on that note, one thing we want to plug for all the CPAs out there is think of your CPA like a lawyer. You're going to get what you pay for. While you may save some cash on a cheap bookkeeper this year, that could result in some significant fines down the road. So really think about investing in a good CPA because you're also investing in your peace of mind.
Yeah. So thanks for joining us for Coffee Talks. We're going to go finish our coffee and have a great busy season. And we'll be back with the Hot Account soon.
Definitely.
Cheers.
Cheers.